I see your interrogation went well.
As suspected, my mother has Elijah captive.
Great. Let's go find them.
Did like you said, kept a low profile, went all over the city. There's no sign of Elijah anywhere.
Yeah, the humans I know said the same thing. Maybe Klaus is having better luck.
No, he's not, which sucks. You two up for a rescue mission?
Are we going after Elijah?
I'm talking about Oliver. Heard that Oliver's been captured and he's about to be executed.
Okay, so what do you want from us?
Just a little distraction.
You can't take on all those wolves by yourself. You'll get killed, and then I'll get killed for letting it happen.
Werewolves may be answering to the witches, but they still have an alpha.
Oliver is set to be executed at midnight for working with vampires to help werewolf children escape. Finn decides to make an example of by tying him up at the Witch Academy to await his execution. Hayley plans to team up with Marcel to rescue Oliver.
Are you watching this, Mother? I loathe you quite like desecrating a corpse.
Niklaus.
You seem troubled.
What has she done to you?
She wants to talk. Perhaps we should listen.
No! Where is Elijah?
I'm helping him find his way. I'll return him to you. All I ask is that you hear me out.
You expect me to sit through a sermon of your lies?
I'm in the process of making Elijah into the man he was meant to be, and I intend to do the same for you.
At first, when I saw this scene, I thought I was mistaken. Thought it was Finn, but it turned out to be Elijah. So, I immediately assumed must be an illusion created by Esther. After the actress for Esther was changed, I completely lost the feeling. The younger version of Esther was much more intense and menacing in comparison.
After all, you never intended to build a true home here. Even as Hayley carried your child. Tell me, how did that go?
Is this some sort of motherly critique?
You've endured several lifetimes of misery. Never mind the suffering you've caused others, even to your own blood.
I suggest you give me my brother before I get angry.
It breaks my heart to see you like this. The boy I loved.
Your love was a curse. The truth is, you're no better than Mikael. And like him, you seem to have crawled back from the grave simply to ruin your own children. You didn't know?
If Mikael has returned, we will need to deal with him.
We?
I am not evil, Niklaus. I am your salvation. What I think is you have gone mad from centuries of hating your parents. I can grant you peace.
It's quite an offer. But you know, I've never needed any help when it comes to killing parents.
I have the truth about your father, not Mikael. Your real father.
Esther expresses remorse for deceiving Klaus in the past and claims she is remaking Elijah, restoring him to what he was meant to be. She plans to do the same for Klaus. She is no different from Mikael. Both of them have returned from hell, intent on destroying their own children. Seeing her reaction, Klaus mocks her, pointing out that even Cole, whom she brought back to life, is not entirely loyal. So how could she possibly hope to reunite their family? Esther offers him the truth about his biological father.
1,000 years ago, in a fit of rage, you wrapped your bare hands around my neck. And do you even remember why? You killed me because I kept you from ever knowing your true father.
Maybe I hate that I am the product of a whore's lechery.
Watch your mouth. You are still my son. After Freya died, Mikael was inconsolable, compelled by his grief. Your father. I'd never seen a man like him. Powerful, yet wise. I found myself drawn to another.
Why did your Adonis abandon his son? Why did he allow me to be raised by a monster who hated me?
He loved you. It was I who forbade it. I had no choice. But what if I could make up for all that? By curing you of this sickness that's infected your soul. You I shall place into the body of a werewolf.
What would possibly make you think I would agree to such a thing?
With mortality, you could start over. You could have a family of your own. Happiness, peace, all the things you've long been denied.
Enough!
I still don't understand why Esther is so obsessed with turning Klaus back into a normal werewolf. What's so bad about being a hybrid and living forever? Perhaps those who have watched the Vampire Diaries will know. Esther believes that both vampires and hybrids are an abomination to nature. As a witch, she worships nature and the earth. So she sees this as her original sin and her path to redemption. That's why she has always been fixated on either purifying and rebirthing her children or making them disappear forever.
Tell me where Elijah is, or I will kill you. In this body or any other you choose to jump into from now until bloody Armageddon.
But if you are determined to perpetuate the cycles of violence to which you have become accustomed, I have to accommodate you. You woke earlier than I expected. It is time.
What?
You said you wanted Elijah, chained to the wall of a tomb in Lafayette Cemetery. I've lifted the spell that hides him. You are free to take him home. When he wakes, he'll make his own decision. Every single thing I've said to you tonight is the truth. Whether you choose to believe it is up to you.
And we work to get here. So far yet so near.
Ollie, wake up.
What the hell are you doing? Who the hell is that?
We're here to save your ass.
They know we're here.
Time to be gentle.
Leave me here. Go.
To hell with that. They want to fight. I'll give them a fight.
No, I'll hold them off here.
Quickly.
Have to admit that as one of the most powerful witches, Esther is truly formidable. With a single strike, she sent Klaus flying. Just as he was about to fight back, she knocked him out instantly. By the time Klaus wakes up, it's already late at night. Esther tells him, "You woke up too early. You can take Elijah with you." However, Elijah has also been affected by her magic, and when he wakes up, he will make his own choice. Meanwhile, Hayley has successfully rescued the others. But for some reason, I can't shake the feeling that something is off.
You.
Niklaus?
No. You're not real.
Niklaus.
No! You're a phantom conjured by Esther. That is all you are. Stop this charade. I know that thing is not real.
Look at me, Niklaus. I am flesh and blood.
You've been dead 1,000 years.
Through that time, I lingered on the other side. 4 moons passed in a land of wolves like myself.
No. You're an illusion.
I know nothing of her bargains, but you are my son.
Even if what you say is real, you are nothing to me. For all I care, you can crawl back to hell. Wake up, brother.
He won't wake, which gives you and I one last chance to discuss my offer.
You promised me Elijah's safe return. Just like that ghoulish atrocity outside claiming to be my father back from the dead.
Your father's return is real, and I used the execution of one of his own to draw him here, where I knew he'd find you.
To what end?
Once you are remade as a werewolf, you can join him.
His return changes nothing.
It changes everything. This offer is your last chance at salvation. Do not refuse me out of some ancient spite.
What spite? Hatred.
Why? After all I've done to explain to you, why must you persist?
Because you came for my child! My daughter! My child! You declared war when you came after my family. I will make you suffer as only I can. After all, I am my mother's son.
Mother?
Niklaus refused my offer.
If that child had lived,
Dahlia would return. And she would come for us all.
Picture a young Niklaus, no older than 7, huddled in the back of his family's Viking longhouse, clutching a carved wooden wolf to his chest. The toy is his secret, his only link to the werewolf blood he's been told to hide, the part of himself Esther and Mikael have deemed unclean. But Mikael finds it. He snatches the wolf from Klaus's hands, snaps it in two with a single twist, and growls. Monsters don't get to play. You don't get to be soft. That moment isn't just an act of cruelty, it's a betrayal of fatherhood itself, a parent choosing to destroy his child's essence rather than nurture it. For Klaus, this became the blueprint of love, twisted, painful, and conditional on him being someone he wasn't. Mikael's betrayal wasn't just physical, it was existential. He didn't just hit Klaus, He told him his very existence was a sin. As a hybrid, Klaus was a bridge between two worlds, but Mikael saw only a stain on the Mikaelson legacy. He conspired with Esther to suppress Klaus's werewolf side, using magic to bury a part of his son's soul, all in the name of fixing him. In the original Season 2, Klaus confronts Esther, screaming, "You and Father tried to erase me, to make me into something I'm not." That's the horror of a parent actively seeking their child's destruction. It doesn't just hurt. It makes you question if you deserve to exist. Klaus spent centuries chasing validation because the one person who should have loved him unconditionally had told him he was unlovable. He clung to power because power felt like the only thing that could make up for the flaw his father had drilled into him. Love to Klaus was a myth, one he'd never been allowed to believe in. That constant erosion of worth turned into deep-seated insecurity, a chain that clung to Klaus even when he was the most feared creature in the world. Mikael's criticism wasn't just occasional, it was a drumbeat. You're weak. You're a bastard. You'll never be a true Mikaelson. Over time, Klaus stopped hearing it as his father's voice and started hearing it as his own. He hid his werewolf mark under leather cuffs even when he had no reason to. He avoided relationships, convinced no one could love him once they saw the real him. When Cammy asked him why he pushed everyone away, he said, "Because they'll leave. Everyone does. Especially when they realize what I am." Mikael didn't just make Klaus fear him. He made Klaus fear himself. He made Klaus believe that his hybrid nature was a curse, not a part of who he was, and that he could never be enough, no matter how strong or powerful he became. That insecurity festered into projection and paranoia. Defenses Klaus built to survive, but which ultimately trapped him. Mikael had always used manipulation to control him, pretending to offer kindness, then striking when Klaus let his guard down, turning family members against him, making Klaus feel isolated. So Klaus learned to distrust everyone. He saw betrayal in Elijah's loyalty. "You'll choose him over me, won't you? Control in hope's love. I have to protect her from the world and from myself, and danger in every smile." When he lashed out at Rebekah for wanting to leave New Orleans, it wasn't just anger, it was fear. Fear that she'd abandon him, just Mikael had, just everyone else had. In the original Season 4, he admits to Marcel, "I don't know how to trust. My father taught me that trust is a weapon, and I've never been good at letting people wield it against me." That's the cycle of abuse. The victim starts to mirror the abuser's tactics, not because they're cruel, but because they think it's the only way to stay safe. Mikael's psychological chains were never visible, but they were heavier than any physical restraint. They made Klaus believe he was unlovable, unworthy, and irredeemable. They made him run from vulnerability, cling to control, and see monsters where there were none. But here's the truth. Klaus spent so long hiding, those chains weren't his fault. They were Mikael's. And in the end, Klaus broke them. Not by being strong, but by being brave. He chose to love hope, even when he thought he didn't know how. He chose to sacrifice himself, even when he thought he didn't deserve redemption. He chose to be more than the monster his father made him out to be. The unseen chains of psychological torment don't just hurt, they distort who you are. But Klaus's story proves that you don't have to be defined by the pain someone else inflicts on you. You can choose to break the cycle. You can choose to be more. And in the end, that's the bravest thing any of us can do.